Hello, 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 hello. How's it going? Hello, hello, hello. How's it going? My bad for the echo, but yeah, it is what it is. It's what it is. How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's having a good weekend. It's Friday, or it's Friday. So yeah, we are back with another live stream. I think I'm gonna have a bad throat. I have a little bit of sore throat after the cold that I got. That lamp there is a little bit twisted, which is weird. Yeah, it doesn't seem correct. So before everything, I'm just gonna quickly cross-check that if my voice is all good and everything. Okay, cool. It's all good and everything. Okay. Bad throat. I have a little bit of sore throat after the cold that I got. That lamp there is a little bit twisted, which is weird. Yeah, it doesn't seem correct. Okay, I guess we are good. Maybe I can bring the mic a little bit closer to me, so everything is good. Okay. And I'm not sharing anything, right? Yeah, I'm not sharing anything, which means I can quickly open some things and do a quick promotion. I guess I'll do it from my phone. Just give me 1 second and then we'll get started. I don't know, it just feels weird, so just gonna switch it off. See. Why it didn't switch off? Oh, it did in my. Okay. yeah, it did switch off. Good. I don't know, should I keep it on? Maybe I put a little bit reddish color. So maybe I can look at OPS. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not 100% sure of that. So I'm just gonna put it off for now. Yeah. I'm just gonna put it off. Okay. The next thing that I do want to do is sorry. The next thing that I do want to do is yeah, like I mentioned, let me quickly send out the chat that I'm live. Okay, so okay, so we don't have a red circle. As you can already understand, I have a very, very bad cold. Cool. And what is it asking me? I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I think we are good. We can get started. I hope everybody's having a good chill weekend, and Yeah, like I mentioned yesterday, weekends are gonna be on the full stack application, and the other days are gonna be more on where I am probably just gonna go through a little bit of TSS stuff or maybe learning stuff. Again, it can change. It really depends on what my current schedule is and what I'm learning. Cheers, by the way. Okay. Yeah. So that being said, let's get started and let's see where we were. All right. Let's see where we were. Okay. And bit career fault. Let me just zoom this in. Let's take this out. I don't think so. So let's close this guy out and give me good. Okay, so this is not the one that I'm interested in. So I'm just gonna open because I don't have anything yet, so that's fine. So let's just close that, but I do want to open this VaultIQ back and let's just quickly see if everything still works fine. Right? Hopefully everything works fine. So we still have everything up and running. And if I just run this, yeah, I just realized I didn't share my screen, but yeah, I just did. Yeah. I gotta like my own stream, right? That's obvious. Okay, so now basically what we are looking at here is that okay, this thing works. So if I'm not wrong, localhost 80 API this thing, so then it should give me a login. And if I go here, yeah, you're signing back to, okay, it clearly says you're signing back to, but it's still gonna show my logo, which is weird. That's fine. So it goes back to local this thing, which is not gonna do anything else, right? It's not gonna do anything else. Sorry. So now what we have to do here is that we have to say oh, okay, so did I actually log some things? I don't remember. Why is there oh, what remove system? Do we have any more systems on order? Well, why do we have that? First thing, private static final logger log manager or log factory, logger factory dot get logger google controller dot class. Yeah, so system dot out. So this here would be logger dot error received no state from Google. Here you can simply say received incorrect state from Google. Yeah. So if we of course need these kind of things, but that's fine. Okay, cool. So in here, what you simply gotta do is that we need some sort of UI now, and me being the great designer, I should have actually deleted all this stuff, but that's fine. Wait a second. So if I just go to downloads, okay, I thought I deleted, but I didn't apparently. So I got some ChatGPT designs, which I think is pretty cool, and I'm just gonna do this. All right, I'm just gonna use this for the homepage. Constantly I get a this thing, but yeah, anyways, So I still don't know how to do this like anything in the back end, but let's see. We will try to get something done. Okay, we'll try to get something done. So that's the entire plan. Now we can go ahead and start talking about how do we do that. So currently today what I'm trying to achieve is that I have a UI. I don't know if I can make the UI so beautiful, but if ChatGPT did this and generated the image, I'm hoping that it can actually generate code to design the CSS. Okay, that's what my bet is on. And the second thing is that connect with the backend. So once I have a Google successful login, I store the profile details and I issue a JWT token, which will be handled by which will be exchanged between the UI and the backend, right? So we are not going to talk in terms of whether like the Google or any kind of provider tokens are being leaked into the front end, which will then we have to revalidate again and again. So in that particular case, one of the things we might want to do is go back to the IDP and say that if the tokens are correct or not. But here what we are going to do is we are just going to say, hey, we don't care, we got a token, we got our login done, and we stored the username, password, sorry, user details, not username, password. We store the username, user details, the profile details, and once we are done with that, we are simply going to issue our own JWT tokens. Okay, so that's what we will do. So let's first try and generate this image, landing page basically, right? So here you have something called backend, front end, I'm just gonna call it. I think I cannot call it front end. npm self update. I'm gonna quickly run this. Okay, create read latest. That's what you usually do, and it's called front end. I want to do React, and then so this was a timestamp router. pnpm create ts router app latest directory. So I was hoping that I actually learn it, but you know what, probably not today. Okay, so npm install, and well, I'm just gonna fire this up. Okay, so we of course need to change the settings in here, and appearance cannot be this. Supply, this is far better, and if I go to the editor should have font, which is also okay. But specifically what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to go to settings, appearance, I'm going to make this 110%, and that kind of gives a leverage, and you know, kind of makes things a little bit better for viewers who are watching probably on phone. If I'm watching a live stream on phone, I would hate if it's like small stuff. Anyways, so VaultIQ. So you can go to front end. So this is what I'm looking for. Yeah. Before we start with anything, I suppose we're gonna nuke some of the stuff. So I don't need SVG. I'm gonna remove that. I don't need assets. I'm gonna need that. In here, I'm gonna need everything. In here, I'm gonna nuke everything. I'm just gonna say hello world. And yeah, so then you have to go to index.css, and here also most likely I want to name everything. And then there is main tsx, where you have this thing. So what is it crying about? Index.css? I didn't delete index.css. What are you crying about? Argument is not assignable. Oh, because it needs the children, I guess so. Okay. Are you happy now? You're still not happy. Okay. What exactly do you need, Panda? It needs a React node, an exotic component. What the fuck is an exotic component, dude? argument type j6 element is not okay. Man, I'm very weird. What the heck do you want me to do? You want me to remove this? Is that what you want? By the way, what happens if I just run dev? Is it just I don't know if it's just that or whatever. So here itself, I don't have this, so I can remove this. VaultIQ, and that should be it. That should be it. Okay, cool. So let's go to localhost 5173, and we have hello world. What we do need to do here is that we need to say in index of css, I can say HTML body, margin 0, padding 0. I think for body we can simply say box sizing is border box. That should fix stuff. Yeah, that fixed stuff, and now we can go ahead and do some stuff. So let's see what all things it's asking me to add. So it's readme. Again, these things can be, I think, the bookkeeping can be done later on. So you have pnpm block, this thing, okay. Bootstrap UI. Next thing I do want is shadcn. So I want to bring in shadcn installation. I want to do it with feet. Okay, we are done with this. We need to add these two stuff. Okay. Tailwind css, this thing. Okay, so you're gonna have to do this in index.css. So you gotta do that in tsconfig. Okay. Here's config.json, and here after this thing, compiler options. Yeah, so wait, from where can I copy? I guess I can copy that thing. Okay, cool. And then you have to edit this guy. So use config app.json in which under compiler option you have to add this. So compiler options, so first of all let's do that, and you start from here, you end here, and then you did that. Hopefully that's all you need. Okay, so now you need this thing in here, which is a dev dependency, types for node. Okay, then you have to go to this feed config, and yeah, plugin React. Did I not? I'm not quite sure what's happening, but we'll look at this in a bit. So Tailwind CSS is something, so you imported this, and then this is this. Okay, so plugin React. Can I just install this? Okay, let's configure node first. Okay, and then which npm. Let's add the button here. Okay. Okay, I'm not sure what was the issue, but it seems to be fixed now. Seemed to be fixed now. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Cool. What I can simply do now is oh yeah, so let's go back. So you have to run this dlx shadcn latest init. So you run this, you have to answer a bunch of questions now. Which one do I want as a question? So let's ask ChatGPT because I have no clue. Landing pages for this application and homepage. So using shadcn, what's the theme we should choose? Tell me, buddy. I have no idea. Okay. Yeah, my buddy should tell me exactly what to do because he generated the image. So I stopped paying for I stopped paying, I think 2,000 rupees it was, something like that. I stopped paying that and I went back to this 400 thing which came out new for India. So let me see how the performance is. So for some reason I just cannot choose anything. I can only choose whatever is, so like only ChatGPT 5, that's all. So you choose slate, it balances blah blah blah. Why not to I didn't ask you why not to choose others. Just tell me which one to choose. Okay. And for fonts, Google fonts.google.com. So here I will have something called not enter this one right here. So I'm gonna get the font. This is it, this is it, and this is it. So let's go to index css. Yeah, so font family is this. Font weight can be 400, font size can be 16px I guess, and line height can be 1.2 or 1.5. Let's see how it looks. Right, so if I go back, it looks pretty decent. I think it looks pretty decent. Okay, one of the things we want to do is we want to go back here and the HTML itself, class is Node.js start. If I'm not wrong, this is what you do, and boom, you get this. So this looks pretty good to me. This looks pretty good to me. Anyways, looking at it, I don't think so. Sorry, I don't think so we can get back the stuff, but let's see, hopefully. So we'll keep this open for now, because we might need it. अच्छा Amazon से आया ना? क्या हुआ? I'm just asking. Anyways, if you want to, you can always go via my channel or my WhatsApp status, something like that. Anyways, coming back to the point, coming back to the topic. So where were we? Okay, so we cannot definitely replicate this. Also, specific things like pricing and all that is not something that we're gonna do. I'm gonna cheat a little bit and steal some of the codes from Droplet, because in Droplet, I believe, if I go to package JSON, there was something called framer motion. Sorry, there's something called framer motion, which I don't see right now. That's weird, man. Tailwind merge, I don't know what that is for. Motion, okay, so it's just motion that we had. Okay, package JSON, class variance CLX. Okay, so maybe I just have to do motion. So maybe I just have to do motion. That is what it is, I guess. So let me first set up. I think shadcn is already set up, right? So pnpx dlx shadcn latest add. So a couple of things that we do need is what we definitely do need the buttons. That's pretty much it. So we need button, and we don't need input as of now. Okay. Okay, so let's add that. Let's add that, and yeah, I think we should be good now. I think we should be good now. So yeah. One more thing we can do is we can simply copy this and this, and so assets, I don't know if it's a great idea. I might just delete it. So I'll keep these things in public. Add. Okay, so this is one of the logos, and then this is one of the logos. So we can simply say logo full and then rename this guy to logo small. Not sure. Okay. One more thing we can do right now is png to VaultIQ, something like that. Yeah, I did not download it. Okay, so I need to upload this image first. So this is your image. Download. Wait a second, did it even do anything? So let me upload this. Okay, now it did. So let me download this stuff. Cool. Okay, so you gotta copy this, and in here, so let's create something called logo. Let's create something called fab icon. Sorry. Add, move this stuff in here. So we gotta open this up, and sorry, we just gotta copy all of these things in here. Only thing is fab icon slash this thing, right? So yeah. Sorry. But it doesn't quite tell me exactly what the fab icon is, because if I go here, it still shows this particular image. But if I go to this and then I say this, where are you? Okay, it changed, so I guess we are good. Who keeps texting me, man? Okay. Yeah. Cool. So this looks like a cool one where we have our fab icons, but the only problem here is we don't use these things, right? Okay, we use PNG, but we don't use fab icon. Let's quickly look at how to add fab icon in HTML. Okay. So that's pretty much it that you want. And how do I put things for Android Chrome? If I'm not wrong, this is a JSON. Yeah. So I can just format it. Okay. So depending on the screen size, your things would come in, but I have to probably say fab icon slash this thing. Fab icon slash this thing. Not quite sure, but we'll see. Okay. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for this. Where is my this thing? And in here it can simply be this. Yeah. So that is pretty much it, but we can also put in some more meta tags for SEO stuff, I think, which I am not aware of right now, and I don't care, honestly. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. I think it's a good time to do a comment. Add support for shadcn. Cool. Now we have to start working on components. I guess pages. So maybe a landing page. Landing page. So let's just call it landing, right? So here, landing page dot tsx. Right, don't ask ever. And then landing page dot css. So function landing page, export default this thing, and return landing. Okay, cool. I think we also have to add router. It's called React Router. I don't know if it's already added. Okay, it's probably not added. Again, I have to go back to the existing code and see how I exactly do that, but that's fine, I guess. That's fine, I guess. Okay, so now keep primary slate, so the best choice is accent is this thing. Do you want me to give an exactly tailwind per shadcn? Do I have to have a tailwind thing? I don't have a tailwind config, right? Tailwind, yeah, I don't have a tailwind config. Okay. I don't have a tailwind config file. I just have run pnpx, plx, shadcn, latest init, and follow through. So, do you need me to have a... Man, it's slow. This ChatGPT is really slow. Thinking better for long answer. I do not want. Nice, that's fine. You can finish that. Blah 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 blah. Okay, I already have done it, so I don't want to. I know you have to init p that creates this thing. Replace with this particular slate deal basics. Okay, include any other directories that you use. We don't. Dark mode is plus. Prefer class dark mode for a valid. Oh, so you're telling me that okay, should already exist from init p if not created in this root project, blah blah blah, all of that. So global css or style css. Okay, so then you get the body and these kind of things. You can keep the apply tag. Tailwind will compile it, okay, which I don't know what it is, and I don't care to understand it right now, honestly. Primary button, hero section, blah 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 blah. That is kind of sus, because I like this, but I don't like it so much that I do wanna put in a lot of effort in this, honestly. I'll be very, very honest. So let's do this thing, okay? Let's do this thing where we have an header section, right? So let's simply just have the skeleton of the project, right? Have the skeleton of the project. So what I'm going to do is so in here I simply want to do header part, and oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I need this. There's some sort of border here, I feel so, right? Isn't it? So let's take this as a class name is landing page header. Import landing page.css. Landing page.css. So landing page header. So let's just say height is this thing. Border bottom is white, 1px solid. Yeah, let's look at this first and see what happens. Well, 100 VH is not the correct one, maybe 10. Of course, I'm an idiot. Landing page. Okay, we'll do routes later on. Hello. Okay, but you don't exactly, because this is header. Yeah, that seems like it. So let's increase it a little bit more. Well, not that more. So this seems like a good header for this particular page in here, right? Sorry, this particular page in here. So class name is misspelled header. Yeah. What's up, man? What is up? क्या चल रहा है? Okay. So you have header stuff in here, and then okay, so I guess this is fine. Where is this? Yeah, I guess this is fine. Is it fine? Not this. Well, there is a, yeah, there's a subtle thing in here that we have, and my idea is that we just I'm just gonna have half. One of the things we can do here is that can I do a color picker here? I can only do it here, but I just, yeah, I uploaded it here, right? Damn it doesn't. What if I open in a new page? It's smart enough, it just opens in a modal, it's not a new page. Okay, but that too is fine if I just say pick a color. And yeah, I guess this is pretty much it. So in here, instead of this, if I say this where is VaultIQ? Oh, holy shit, look at that. It kind of looks like whatever is there on this image, right? Kind of looks like whatever is there on this image. So I think we are good. Yeah, why not? It looks good. So the hello needs to go. Okay, so the hello needs to go. I keep on opening that stuff. Okay, I guess it has to be a display flex. We'll see. We'll see. So in here we need the logo. We need the logo. So import logo full from from the root. If I want to do it, I think I can just simply say logo slash logo full png. Sorry. And here I can simply say image and sources is, yeah, it looks, so we can simply say VaultIQ logo. Did it come? It didn't come because it failed to resolve this. Do I need to do something like this? No. How do I access the public stuff? Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, cool. So this came in, and let's call this landing page logo. So height can be 5 2. Nah. 10 is the entire thing, so I believe it can be 7. Can be 7, I suppose. Yeah, okay. And I don't think so. So let's quickly actually look at what the heck's going on with this particular thing. Background color is red. Okay. And on the right hand side, I am not sure what to put in. Of course, we don't have pricing because it's not a SaaS. Well, it can be a SaaS, I suppose, because we are gonna give a certain amount of yeah, it's not gonna be SaaS, it's just gonna all good. How are you? Why not use CSS modules? I don't know what CSS modules are actually, and even though I use Tailwind, I'm not sure, like I don't know, I have never used Tailwind a lot, so I'm much more comfortable with just writing the stuff and googling or asking ChatGPT. That's why I know CSS modules. What is CSS modules? CSS modules. What is CSS modules? CSS files in which all class names and animations are scoped and local. Yes, I know this is what it is. Yeah, correct. Styles from, oh, if you say like this, it's automatically gonna work out, because it doesn't work out when I do this. So previously, if I'm not wrong, with Angular it was scoped to that particular component where you say, okay, this is the HTML and the template and the CSS for this, but here it didn't work out, and I said, okay, fuck it, I'm just gonna name it in this way. Yeah, so I guess you somehow have to mention it. If I just say .module.css, will it work is the question. Anyways, nonetheless, don't think that's important right now, but yeah, CSS module is something I don't know how to use, and I have to look into this one. All good. Bus chilling on a Friday night, planning for a movie after this. So even though I wrote a lot of things for my goal, I'm probably gonna log off soon. Okay, after 2 hours I'm just gonna probably log off, because yeah, I'm gonna go for not go for a movie, we're gonna watch a movie at home. That's the plan. And what is your plan? Okay, so we have the header on the right hand side. I don't know what to say. Okay, so let's, for now, you will need to change the way you refer it. It helps prevent conflicts, useful stuff, right, or something. Yeah, I don't know how to use it, so I have to still look into how to use that stuff. I keep on hitting that thing constantly. Okay, so coming back to the quick design, so that at least one feature what I mentioned in the header I can complete. Yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick in a div container. Okay, class name wrap. Okay, that's basically it. Wrap, which I'm gonna delete later on, so that's why I just mentioned as wrap. So width can be width can be px, I guess. And this is where I want to say background color is white. Okay, so do you have something? No. So I get, okay, I guess we have to give it a height. Oh, we don't have to. So this is definitely very less. So let's say 40%. Will it take 40% of parent? It feels it took 40% of parent, right? Feels it took 40% of parent. Okay. So now is the entire thing. So justify content is center, align item is center. Holy shit, that crap went away. Okay, so if I don't do this, why did it went away? Ah, it probably went down. Probably went down. Yeah. Okay, so I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. So maybe height is like 20 pixels. Yeah, so let's do 50 pixels for now. 7bh, same height. Okay, so now is the thing where I want to see. So here, justify content space between. Do we want this? I guess we want this. Space around. I feel we want space around. Yeah, this looks like a good idea. I want space around. And yeah, that's fine, I guess. It's fine, I guess. We'll do some space around stuff. And you need to change. Okay, I already read. Yeah. Okay, so in here now, what else to be done? So let's look at this thing and see exactly what things are there. Okay, so there is also a line in between, I feel, right? There's a line in between below which this thing happens. So we kind of need two divs. Okay, so we have a header, and I'm just gonna say div. Okay, and in here I'm gonna say this is this. So I just really need an empty fragment div here. I am not sure. So yeah, again, I'm not great with the UI stuff, so I'm just gonna say, where is my image? Where is my image? So you know what? If I consider this entire thing as a box, and in between I want a line, maybe I can do that. CSS border offset. Can I do something like that? Outline offset, add space between the outline and the edge of the border of an element. Okay, so where is this thing? Okay, so what if I say that here you also have a border top of the same thing? Okay, cool. Makes sense, makes sense. Okay, why the other thing got fucked up? What did I do that it fucked up? This one? Yeah. Oh, I did something stupid. Yeah. So in here, we don't want to do that because we're trying to explore a different way of doing this. Okay, so we are back, and yeah, can I do border top offset, border offset, MSO edge 1px, let's say 10px. Can I do something like that? So you can only give it an edge or syntax. Okay, no, that is not what I can do. So okay, can I use any CSS property which will offset the border top from the top of the box by some X pixels and offset it towards y-axis? That is wrong. Instead of space around, why not try padding on the root element using constant space? Alright, for all components. Instead of space around, why not try padding on the root element? We'll keep constant spacing on the left and right on the where is the image? So this is gonna be aligned and this is gonna be aligned. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. What the fuck is a root element? What the wait a second. Before that, are you looking for something like margin top? Pata nahi, I don't know. Oh, we did something else. The CSS top always hugs the very top, but you cannot offset a border away from the CSS, but you can simulate that effect in a few ways. You can do box shadow, acts as an offset. You do this, you do this, you do this, you do this. Remove the border top and you fake border. Okay. Use a pseudo element. Oh. Use background image. This seems like a sexy stuff. A pseudo element is the cleanest, and we are of course gonna copy paste the clean code, man. से सोच के रखा है, कुछ भी copy करूँगा मैं. हाँ, so this position is relative, man. I hate this thing. I hate where it's already going, because I know if you do relative, you have to do something absolutely. I just hate that thing. It never works. Height is this, so you don't need the border top. You need a border bottom. Display flex, this thing, this thing, this thing. Okay, cool. Next, what you need here is this. So now, so let's just say 20 pixels. Height is 1 pixel. Okay, that's fine. It's working, but it's not quite working. But I'll tell you why it's not quite working. Because the VaultIQ is between the two lines. It's not. So if I just offset it by, let's say, I think 50 pixels should be more than enough. So if I do that, yeah, it's gonna be right across the thing. So it's not that. So that is not what I am looking at. Yeah. Okay, that's one thing. And the second thing that you mentioned is, are you looking for something like margin top? No, that is not what I'm looking at. Instead of space around, why not try padding on the root element, which will be constant? No. Acha, index CSS may root. No. That will cause issues because this might not have same padding, right? The sidebar and all that will not have the same padding. Of course, like the diagram is not going to be exactly the same. I'm gonna have directory trees and all that on here, but yeah, it's not gonna have the same padding. It's gonna have sidebars and all that. So that is why I'm not doing padding at the entire level. So all I want to do is add padding to this page, which I think can only be done by this, most likely. So I have to somehow add to all of this. Let's ask JWT that particular question. Instead of adding a class to all elements, I want to add a padding of left 2 pixel for entire page, just this page, not index.css or global.css. Let's see what it exactly does. Can it do some kind of selection where the class names are all starting with landing page? Can it do that? Got it. You want all the elements to have without touching the global CSS. Okay. Scope everything under. Yehi to nahi karna. Use wrapper padding only. Recommended. If you want to use a whole page shifted, set the wrapper once and don't force children. But I don't want to give. Okay. In case since the component root is this, you can separate the logic in a generic wrapper class from a header style. That kind of makes sense, but I don't want to do it. Yeah, maybe this is a good idea, but I don't know how that is gonna work. It's gonna shift everything. So if I just remove this for now, and will it shift everything? Yeah, this is exactly what I'm afraid of, because it's gonna shift everything. I have to probably do width is 100%. Okay. Landing page. That didn't work. Padding left is, let's say, 100 pixels. And the right is also 100 pixels. Yeah, this is a problem. If I just say background this, okay, that's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. But the header needs to be 100% also, which I don't see. Or if I say this, that also doesn't work, because if I just take this now in here, yeah. Min width, do I have to do that? Okay. Okay. I have to do that, I guess. Can I just do 100%? Okay. So that seems fair. And then in here, we can simply do space around or space between. Yeah. Then let's quickly see how it's gonna look for once. Where is the background color? I don't want this. The background color is red for this. The background color is red for this. Okay, so it looks pretty decent. I don't want this. Yeah, this looks pretty decent, I would say. We can do a little bit dimension is let's say 200 pixels. So variable dimension. Did it actually work? If I say 2000, it should be, yeah, it should be Gaib. This looks pretty decent to me, I would say. Let's give it a background image of something. Yeah, this looks pretty decent to me, I feel. And one thing we can do here is, where is that child stuff? Before, yeah, so it's right here. So shut up. Okay, so in here we can see it's 20 pixels, 40 pixels. Yeah, so let's make 30 pixels. So it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look, it just probably looks bad. Probably looks bad. Well, I can always have a empty diff right there. So as I mentioned, div. Okay, so this has to be, pretty sure it messed up. It didn't mess up. Look at that. So class name is landing page header container, something like that. Here I can say display flex. Okay, justify center align center. Did that work? And I don't want this. Kind of don't want this anymore. Position relative and all that I don't want. Okay, cool. So this is this, and we're gonna just copy this guy, and this is gonna be top. Okay, but this thing I'm just gonna do style. Height is 20 pixels. You of course have to do this. Makes sense. 50 pixels. Yeah, and I'm guessing this height has to come down a little bit. So this height cannot be this. This can be, I think, 10 VH, and this makes a little bit sense. And this height needs to come down 20 pixels. What? Yeah, this probably looks better. This probably looks better. Okay, so now coming to the part where you have feature security pricing sign in. I don't know why we have that. It doesn't make sense to me. So I'm not sure why we have that. I'm gonna quickly do one thing where I already have an application. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dev github create droplet. In here UI pnpm run dev. I know it's gonna fail. Oh, it automatically figured out that it's the port is hogging. Okay, cool. So this is something that I was looking forward to. So if I do this, there's a little bit of animation right here. Okay, there's a little bit of animation right here. That's one thing. The other thing I was thinking of is stealing some of the hero stuff, because this pricing and all that doesn't really make sense. So security and things like that, I'm still not thinking about that, so I'm still not sure. So in here, what I'm gonna say is I'm not sure. And what can this section be called? Landing page header. What can this section be called? Instead of dummy div, add margin top to the same layer. Is that okay? No. Yeah. What do we have to add? Margin top. So I give this. I still give this, right? I mean, well, I can also give this thing, right? I mean, technically speaking, I don't need that then anymore because I don't have a container anymore. Does it still look the same? It still looks the same. And if I say margin top is 10, what was it? 40 pixels. 40 pixels if I say. दो क्यों आ रहा है अभी? Because I have this crap. Okay. So let's call it crap only, right? Like we did. Yeah. Okay, cool. Margin top it is. Margin top it is. Okay. nuke this, nuke this, nuke this, boom, 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 let's go. Baby there. So margin top, okay, you're bringing down the thing from there. Makes sense. And can I just make this 2 pixels? And one thing, can I just say margin, sorry, what the heck just happened? Border decoration is basically this thing. Can I say that? Where, okay, will it expand out? Sorry, and I messed up. Hold on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it still works fine. Wait a second. Because I suppose we don't need this. Sorry, we don't need this and we don't need this. Is that what you're saying? No, that is not what you're saying. Cool. So you need that 100% width and the main width is 100%. But it still doesn't expand to the entire page. So if I just say background color is white. Yeah, it's just that part and not the entire part. Because I have padding. That's the problem. That's kind of something I feel we have to think of. Just a thought. What if I say if this guy has a padding of minus 40 pixels, 200 pixels, does that even work? No, that doesn't work. That's stupid. Okay. How can I simply make sure that the landing page itself is expanding? Just the text in itself is a border. Cannot do that. Cannot do that actually, and the background image for this thing is also, yeah, so this is the entire thing and we can very clearly see, okay, it's overlapping with this particular stuff, right? I wonder what can we do. Instead of dummy diff, okay, we already saw that. That is not it. So if I just remove this thing as 0, that works fine. That exactly works as I want. If I remove this, it exactly works as I want. But then I want the entire page to have this thing except the borders, right? So yeah, it brings the margins also. So I feel I cannot have that. I feel I cannot have that. Yes. So can I do something like this? 200 pixels. This is also not gonna work. Yeah, this is not gonna work. But if I bring this here, It's gonna work, but it's, oh, wait a second, it didn't. Okay, so it's not the parent diff. I'm just moving the content in here. So that is what it is, right? What if I have a root in here? Can I do that? Will this just be scoped to this? But for now, it is scoped to this. We'll see this later on. Cool. So we have this, and here on, well, I don't know what to say. The main important part. Wait, where is the image? The main important part is bringing this on the right side. Correct. So we have a main section. So we have a main section now. Of course it's gonna fail, so so now in here what I'm gonna say is, first of all, we need to move this part, landing page sign in, something like that. Okay, I don't know, control. It's a very weird name, because the only thing I'm thinking here is sun and moon button. That's all I'm thinking, honestly, and nothing else that I'm thinking right now. But nonetheless, that's fine. So what we can do is we can try to make this particular stuff, right? Secure file storage made easy. Okay, so in the main section, I feel like you will have two different sections. One is left and one is right. So so left container, I'm just gonna say that. So landing page main left container, and right container. In here, I'm gonna say secure file, something like that. And in here, I'm gonna say logo small from small. Okay, and in here we need image, source is this, and this is this. Yeah, it is the same thing here, right? We also have a class name, so we'll do the class name later on. That's fine. Okay. Okay, cool. Class name logo main. So this thing right here would be flex direction is row, because we need side by side. Yeah, cool. And width is 100%. Background image is this. Cool. And height is 100% minus not dimension, so we can call this padding size, something like that. And in here we can simply say header height, and header height was 10 vh. In here we can simply say header height, and in here we can simply say var of header height, but we gotta calculate this guy, and this has to be 100 vh. Cool. And you have a little bit of overflow, and we can simply say overflow x. Overflow together can just be hidden. That didn't fucking work. Okay, I guess we can say overflow hidden to index CSS, and just go to body, I suppose, and say this. Cool. Okay, so we have to change a bunch of things in here, where I actually start working on like these values should be coming from here and not from the other place. But yeah, for now I think we should be good. we should be taking it from here, not from the other way around. So if I look at this, this here is F0 F172. Wait, F172B. Oh, sure, 0F. Okay. Anyways, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so now in here, what we simply do here is, instead of a dummy, okay. I keep on reading the same chat again and again, buddy. Sorry. Okay. Coming back to the point in here, so we gotta remove this background. Okay, we're gonna remove the background. So this has to be justified content center. Is that what it is? Yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And for both of the children, I think the way you say children is all of the children. I think I just say like this if I'm not wrong. Background color is let's just do blue violet, and width is 50% each. Yeah, I think that is how you do it, if I'm not wrong. Border is 1px solid. Yeah, so correct. So I'm kind of correct in here. The problem here is this thing is going wrong. So if I just go to index.ts and if I just remove this part, it has some sort of footer in here, right? And it's not just this, but we'll figure it out later on, as usual, right? As usual. So let's get remove of all this annoying colors. So let's remove that. Yeah, let's remove that. And both of these can be display flex. Flex direction doesn't really matter. Center, just by content center. Yeah, it can something be like that. Can it be? I feel it can be. Yeah. So now is the main thing, which is where you can see the class name is landing main logo. So we should be able to do that. Okay. So height is 300 pixels. Is that what you want? Yeah. But sadly, this is not the resolution of this image. Sadly. So we need some sort of... Can I even make that thing? Okay. So let's open it up. This is it. Yeah, that's a problem. I cannot have this, which also means one thing. I can just simply download this at a very, very high resolution with a transparent background. And yeah, let's see what is the resolution that I'll be getting here. So let's say close this, open image, downloads. So it's called VaultPNG. Okay, so this is a far better stuff. So I can crop this guy, and I think we can just go right like this with the pixels. Yeah. Arey, fuck. Okay, we just do this. Okay, Yeah, this is a little bit like this, so maybe a little bit on this side I skim off. Here this can be this. This can be this. And it's cropped. And size needs to be full. What if I say 300 by 300 pixels? And if I save this, save. Okay. So where is VaultIQ? Yeah, this seems like a better image, honestly. So if I go back here, and if I say this thing, so let's just keep it in this way. VaultIQ. So what happens now? Can you? Okay, this is far better, I would say. This is far better, I would say. The more important thing here is we need these things in here. Yeah, correct. And justify content is not center, it has to be flex, so it has to be individually whatever is there. So I'm gonna just remove that part there. So the right container will be display, let's just say display flex in here. Flex direction doesn't matter, justify center, align is center. Yeah, you want it like this. Okay, you want it like this, and we can keep a background here for that crap thing that we created, which I don't remember. It's called control, so maybe we can call it header control, something like that. And in here we're gonna change this. Cool. Okay, now we have to do some sort of things in here. So a little bit of background is there, a little bit of shadow is there. So how do we do? Excited to see the shadow highlight come to life. I'm gonna do the best thing possible. I'm gonna ask this idiot, give me the CSS. That's all I'm gonna do. So maybe here I can say this thing. I don't want to do it right away. Let's just see. So CSS cast shadow, a beginner guide to light and shadow. I am not here for physics, game dev man. Just cast shadow with CSS shadow effects. Okay, text shadow. What the text shadow? Okay. Not quite getting it. I probably want a box shadow. I used to use one or more. Okay, so yeah, I probably want a box shadow. So if I say box shadow 10x 10x, what happens with this logo? What do you do to the image? Awesome. It just took that. Okay, I see. Because if I say the background color is red, okay, simply took that and you did it. But how do I skew it? So we need light blue, but in here I suppose we need a little bit of black thing, right? So what we do here is oh, it's saying a couple of things more. Okay, let's see if that is absolutely bullshit. Okay, so yeah, That's absolutely bullshit. Not quite, not quite. So how do you rotate this thing? Can you just say 30 degrees, something like that? Like you do for linear gradients and all? No. I feel you have to do some sort of gradient and all, right? And I don't want to say this. I simply want to go to index.css. Let's do this and see. Okay, that didn't work. Maybe this is what I need. Well, not that. And maybe I remove this 10px, right? Yeah. Maybe I just say gray. Dim gray. That is not how you do it. Radial gradient. भाई इसका नाम ही नहीं सुना मैं. The fuck is this, man? It generates a consistent and progressive funnel between one or more colors. Okay, its shape may be a circle or a ellipse. The function object is okay. So you can give it a background. Okay. But so what will this look like? So like this. Achha, this is this. So what if I say this is at 20%? Achha, I get it. Circle at 100%. And then this particular color, so I can simply say 181818. If I say that, this is this part, right? So sorry, 00. This is red, right? This is red part. Then you say something like 00f00, which is the green stuff. Then let's say 1818. It mixes everything together. Wait, 181818. Why is it saying it's an issue? It's not an issue. And from here itself, but my question is, what if I say it's 1%? It's 10%, 20%, 30%. It's just moving this thing, right? It's just moving the center, it feels like it. If I do this, it's this. If I do this, it's this. Is there a degree in here? Closest side. No. Okay, anyways, like I actually wanted to do something else and I'm wasting my time here. What I'm gonna simply do is, why am I doing that? How to create the shadow for the VaultIQ image in the main section. So let's give it stuff. Here is your stuff. This is this. I need to give it the code to exactly show what the heck am I doing. So current code is this, and then you have CSS says there's nothing. Yeah, this is my project, so there's nothing in there. Chicken sheet. Cool. Cool. Let's see if it can do stuff. I see what you're aiming for. Bhai sif dena. You're correct. Okay, so you create a filter which is a drop shadow of this thing. Holy fuck. Oh, wait. This is not what okay, so it gave the correct thing, but I was hoping it's actually gonna give me... Okay, so it looks good, I think. Yeah. For a stronger neon glass effect, Okay, as long as I can copy paste stuff, why not? I have no idea what the difference is, so I'm just gonna go back to this. Yeah, this feels better. The question here is, can I just do 200px? So no, that is not the thing. But if I say this is 100px, okay, so this is basically your offset for center, I feel. 200px. This is xy, okay, 0 0, and this is what, radius, 100px, 1000px, 10px. Actually, this is I think can I just look up drop shadow? This is a length, okay, so applies a drop shadow effect to the image, blah blah blah, all of that. Okay, so maybe this can be 50px. Yeah, this is fine. And where on earth do you have the alternative with box shadow if the logo is inside a container div? I mean, I already gave you the code. Why can't you fucking understand if it's in a container div or what? I don't know. Okay, so here maybe we have to do this. Okay, yeah, this is shit. So circular center, modify say 100% because it was saying 100% there. Okay. It actually took a background for the entire thing. Cool. But did we get the entire thing? No, there is also a... Okay. Added the neon glow. But there is also this cute dark shadow. We are already 1.5 hours into streaming, and yeah, I told I'm gonna get off at 9:30. I'm actually gonna get off at 9:30. Yeah, so it's 9:37 now. So probably I'll go for 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Yeah. I really wanted to do something a little bit more, so tomorrow maybe I'll stream for a bit longer so that I can get things done. But let's see. Yep, that blah blah blah. You still have a box shadow applied somewhere, maybe a global. The PNG has some transparent things. Two ways to fix it. Keep drop shadow but remove the dark silhouette. First, make sure there is no box shadows applied, then force the glow to be the only visual, then mix blend screen or by reducing the image alpha. Okay, just talking in Greek right now to me, honestly. There is no box shadow. Cool. Blend. Also, the big question is, does it actually work with other this thing? Honestly, I don't understand what the heck. What all things are there? Color. Acha, so this is basically your burn stuff and all that. So screen saturation, it should be wait, saturation is also like this, so there should also be minus and all, right? Multiply. Okay, so you multiply it with your background and all. So screen soft light. Oh, okay. Screen. Cool. I am just gonna quickly so we gotta do nothing on the CSS. Position is relative. Again, why do you have to be position relative? The glow under the image. Oh, okay. again, the same kind of shit we have to do. Now quickly copy paste this stuff and see if this works. If it doesn't, it didn't work actually, I feel. What else it has to say? Image sits on the glow. So okay, you have to do this also. Oh, okay, you have to do all kind of shit in here. Honestly, this feels better. It doesn't pop on my eyes. This feels better, I feel. Okay. There are a couple of things that I want to do in here. The first thing here is that I am not liking this segregation. So the very first thing I'm going to do here is that we did something called margin top. Yeah. So I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that. That's all. Yeah, this looks far better in my opinion. It's very simple. So whenever you go to the main thing, so margin top is just 10px, something like that. So it just gives a little bit breathing room in here. And then I am simply gonna say, yeah, I'm simply gonna try and have this thing. Cool. So let's do that, I suppose. Let's do that. So you have the left container in here. So after main, I don't know, position ready and all of that. So I'm simply going to say display flex. Flex direction is stacked, so it has to be column. First point is h1 secure. Which I don't know if you're gonna make secure or not. Secure file storage means secure file storage. So what was the thing in the other place? So let's quickly remove that. Yeah, I believe this is a better stuff to write. Yeah, I feel this is much better, ain't it? Yeah, this feels much better. So even if I did h1, it doesn't really matter. Why? It's weird, man. Could I guess it be? And this same. That's weird. That's pretty weird. Yeah. Okay. So let's remove all this. We kind of fixed it. We couldn't fix it honestly, and we said bye-bye. So okay. But right now, I think the more important and more fun part is gonna be the login button. So I'm quickly gonna copy paste some of the code from here because it feels like I have this, right? So droplet UI. I feel there is a not here. So in assets, I guess, yes. So we have a Google WebP. Awesome. So can I just go raw about this? Okay, no. So it's called Google WebP. Copy downloads Google to here in source assets. Source assets, copy download Google this thing to source assets. Okay, and let's do Google login first. In here, landing page, main, login controls. Okay, so in here you would have a button. How do you do the button? I forgot. Did I not add button? I thought I added button. PNPX, PNPM, DLX, shadcn, add the latest, add button. Okay. So now we have button, and then variant is gonna be default. Color is gonna be primary. Yeah. So not login with Google. First, we need this thing in here, which is Google logo. So assets. So it's a WebP file, and in here, same thing, right? Image, Google logo, Google logo, I guess. So where is it? Yes, makes sense. I just wonder if we can make this as what all do you accept in color? Can I just say red and it makes it red? No, it's not. So I'm just going to remove color, and for this thing, it's a destructive, no, secondary. Yeah, this looks far better, right? So what if I go to index.html and say this is light? Yeah, it still looks better. It doesn't look bad. In here you have this thing, which is 2 pixels. Somewhere I mentioned 2 pixels. I guess 1 pixel is fine. Yeah, 1 pixel is fine. And we also need some sort of an offset shadow and all that. We'll probably do that later on. Right now I don't want to do it. Okay. So we have 5 more minutes. What can be done in here? I cannot definitely complete this thing, so I have to continue with this particular series tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Okay, cool. So in here, let me just first of all make it dark. In here, what did we do? We didn't do anything, and this login with Google is not gonna work. I mean, it's gonna work here because it's not gonna work because I know why it's working. It is working because both the APIs on the backend and my local are on the same port. That is why it just worked. Technically speaking, it shouldn't be working. But yeah. Anyways. So now, what we do here is that we simply say quickly, log in with Google. Okay. And class name is gonna be login button is fine. There will never be another login button, hopefully. So now in here I can say width is not 100%. Well, that kind of works, right? Okay. And height is 100%. Holy shit, it's actually taking this particular thing, right? So class name is login button icon. So this thing in here, and height can be 40 pixels. Width can be 40 pixels. Is that good, or it needs to be a little bit smaller? I think let's do 35. 30. Yeah, this looks much better, I would say. Dimension is 30 pixels. Bad dimension. This is gonna be width. Yes, yes, yes. Makes sense. So if I just say this, it just took its own parents thing. So this is now looking better, I would say. I don't have to do anything in here, is what my opinion is. One thing we can simply do is font size can be 16 pixels, 14 pixels. So index.css, what is the font size here? It's 16 pixels by default. So I'm not gonna mess with that. Yeah. So this has to be a display flex. This thing, align items is this. Flex direction is cool. Now comes the main question: what happens when I click on this guy? Right? This is where the main view is. This is what is more important. So what we're going to do here is that I suppose in here, just give me one second. Sona, hello. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I was hoping what we want to do in here is that I'm simply gonna sorry. What I'm gonna simply do here is that I'm simply gonna say on click. So there has to be an on click handler. So on click, maybe I can put it at the end. On click. Login with provider Google. So I have to call this guy, right? I have to call this guy. Wait, my bad. Yeah, so I have to call this particular function. So let's write this particular function. Function this thing, or we can simply say this. So how do you generally write it? I forgot. It takes provider name, which is a string, and it doesn't return anything. Wait, you have to do it in this way. And here you have to say string void. Is that how you say? I forgot completely, man. How to write TypeScript. I think I'm writing Python script, Python's things in here. So is it how you write it? No. Write the function incorrect. Yes, syntax. Yeah, I forgot how to write TypeScript. Awesome. You have to write it twice. So let me actually write it so that I remember. So const login with provider. Then you have to say this is provider. And let's just say this provider. And this returns a void. Sorry, void. Now this here, provider, then you say. And I suppose what you can do is windows dot ref, sorry, location. No. How do you completely redirect? Again, I suppose. Let's go back here. In here somewhere I should say window dot location dot href. Cool. Window location dot href equals http localhost So this is 8080 API auth. Was it login or initiate? So one thing I do quickly want to do here is that I don't think so the scale is correct, right? Yeah, probably people cannot see in here. Okay, now I think this is better. So what was it? Initiate. It was called login, and before that it was called API auth Google login. Okay, so API auth, you say provider login. That's all you do. That's all you do. And now, can you just remove that? Now, the beautiful thing here is, if I go to network, I am here. This is gonna fail if I'm not wrong. If I click on Google, fucking nothing happened to it. Fuck, why? Yeah. What is the problem? Where do you call this guy? It's correct only, right? Oh, we have a social auth button. Yeah, we will come to that on all of those things. So we can have components because this kind of becomes a reusable stuff. But the question here is, why did it not work? I said on click, login with provider, and yeah, we can always do So this of course has to return a promise of void. That is fine now, but it still doesn't solve the problem. Console log. Ooh. Does it even work? I have doubted it doesn't work. So if I go to console, it doesn't work. Yeah. So why is the button not clickable? The reason why the button is not clickable is because I'm a jackass. I'm a simple jackass. Oh fuck. Thank you. What did I fuck up? Just a second. I definitely did something wrong, so this needs to go. Okay, so everything is working fine. And this is the button. It needs to have this guy. Are you happy now? I feel it's happy. And if you say this, now it redirected to accounts.google.com. And I go back here, which is awesome. Using this console may allow attackers to impersonate and steal your information using attack called self. Cross-site, do not paste or enter any code that you don't understand. Wow, okay. I'm not gonna do that, of course. And then say continue, and I come back here. The reason why I come back to this page and nothing else is because I'm redirecting back to this. So let's redirect back to homepage, right? And in here, let's quickly wire up something called homepage. So homepage dot let's just say homepage dot tsx function homepage return hello world. Let's just say hello world. Okay. Export default this thing, and I believe we have to do a little bit of routing in here. So app this thing So I forgot how to do routing, honestly. I forgot how to do routing. I think you say routes. Okay, so first thing I think you have to go to main tsx and you have to say browser router and import this guy. This is what you have to do first, I believe. Then you have to say routes. Then you have to say here route and not this way because this way is old. So you have to say this. Yeah. I think you have to do it in this way. It's old way. I forgot what exactly how to do it. Like this. No, you still don't like it? Still don't like it, my friend? So path is this. Component is not assignable to omit ref roughly. You know what? You always try to look up the documents or your old code. That's all you need, right? So app.tsx, how do you do it? Element equal to, not component equal to. So you have to simply say element is equal to this. Motherfucker. Why are you crying? What are you crying about? You probably don't have to do that. Is that why you're crying? And the other thing I believe why you're crying is because I have the wrong import. So you have to have one here. Okay, now it's fine. And remove that. And let's say this is home. And this is home page. Home page. Okay. So for now, let's just say this is this. And so it's not a secure URL right now. So I can just go to home and say hello world. But the most important thing is, if I go to login with Google, it takes me to Google. It's explicitly accounts.this this thing. So then I say continue. And I come, oh, okay, sorry, my bad. I didn't restart my backend. So once I restart the backend, let's remove this. So login with Google, this thing, and continue, and it redirected to home. So we did a little bit of wiring up of the backend and the front end, where if you say that, okay, I want to log in with a certain provider, this is how I can do it, right? So that is basically not the complete goal of today's stream, I would say. I was hoping to do a little bit more, but definitely we are out of time right now. It's already 10 o'clock. So what I'm gonna do here is now, I think I'm gonna call it a day for today. I'm gonna call it a night, okay? I have some plans. We're already a little bit late with the plans, but that's fine. We achieved a good amount of thing. The main important thing that we achieved, in my opinion, is this right here. It took us quite amount of time to actually get there. We still don't actually are, a complete exact replica of what we have here. I honestly feel this is really good. And what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to probably create this image with Krita. So I'm probably gonna try and edit the image right out of it. So I guess yeah, this is not it. So let's close this guy. Wait, not. Yeah, so I suppose, yeah. Did I get the wrong one? So I'm gonna open VaultIQ. Yeah. So this is where we are, and this is what I think I'm gonna try to create the like, you know, one of the layers where I have the background itself in the image, that would be a little bit easier for me. But anyways, nevertheless, a couple of things I still don't know why. That even though I have h1, h5 tags inside a div, it doesn't actually display an h1 this thing. I quickly want to see this thing. It says it's exactly saying h1. So the tag is still an h1 for this thing, but somehow the colors are a bit messed up, is what I feel. The colors are a bit messed up. But yeah, I mean, nonetheless, we made some good progress, I would say. We made some good progress, I would say. We were able to at least wire up the basic scaffold. And tomorrow also, I'll keep continuing working on this one. A good session. Would have been a better session if we could have achieved the shadow using CSS. Trouble moment I saw it. I cannot do CSS, that's another problem. I cannot do CSS, it's always copy paste stuff. But yeah, honestly. So let me quickly actually do a comment and a push. Do we have everything in here? Package JSON. Yeah, I'm just gonna add everything, you know. Somehow make the UI work with the basic scaffold of Google login. So I'm not going to give the VaultIQ. I'm not going to give the link right away because it's a private repository. I'm still figuring out like a couple of things I need to make sure before I actually make it public. But yeah, soon I'm going to make it public, and then we'll have some sort of you know, test flows. So I don't think so. I'm not going to write tests for this for sure. This is another project that I simply want to just learn through, and I'm definitely not going to do that. Okay, so a lot of stuff we can copy paste from here is what my opinion is. We can, yeah, I guess we did some sort of, no, we only did auth context. I thought we also did a theme context and all that, so we'll have some sort of a, where is my so here I still don't know what all things to come. We'll see, we'll think about it. But yeah, maybe a little bit something that we can, you know, welcome page is what it was, right? A little bit something we can copy paste here is this. So let me see if we can actually do that quick. Add motion, is it what it is? Okay, so it added motion. And yeah, so what you have to do is you basically have to wrap around the diffs that you want to, you know, move around in this. So what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna say the left container here. So let's actually move them here, and then I'm going to copy paste this thing. So it just says initially where it was, and so -500 would be out of the screen, and then animate opacity 1, transition within 0.6 seconds it would ease in and come to the place that it's supposed to be. Okay, so motion.div. Why are you saying that you... Acha, I need to import, that's why I say. Okay. And I don't think that's framer motion. Again, I'm not quite sure. Not quite sure. But anyways, so here I can see, where's my code? So let's actually see. There you go. But it messed up this thing a little bit. We can fix that. We can fix that. We can see this here is this. Well, we gotta remove this also. Yeah. But then this thing is messed up, but we can do that. We can fix that, I feel like it. Where's the button? Where is the button? Okay, so the width cannot be 100%. Yeah. And your... So I have to give it a class name for this also, I feel. How did I do it here? So I have this, and I suppose this particular thing is just, you know, moving in things there. Okay. So I have a motion div, but then inside that I have a div which I basically take care of. Okay, so I'm not gonna do it right now, but anyways, you kind of saw a demo of how things are gonna be. So if you do it in this way, it just, you know, flows in. So this is kind of cool, I feel. It just gives a nice thing when you just land. So it's gonna happen only the first time that you land. So I'm just gonna restore stuff. Yeah, cool. So we have achieved this, where we have the basic login page, the basic landing page, where you can say login with Google. You select an account. I'm going to select this, and it actually goes to accounts.google if somebody is thinking about it. And this entire thing is happening on the backend, so your secrets and all that are not leaked on the client side. So if you do a continue, it just lands on the home page. The home page is not a protected thing right now. So if I just go here, I can still go to the home page. But yeah, hopefully tomorrow I'll stream for a little bit longer. Depends on what kind of work I have, whatnot. But tomorrow my goal is that I'm gonna try and make this thing secure. On the backend side, I'm gonna get back the profile information and save it, and then when I come back, it's gonna actually display the profile information here. Okay, so this is what the entire flow is gonna be. So let's see tomorrow how much you can achieve. So thank you so much. Thanks for joining. It was a good productive session. I learned a little bit of CSS. Thanks, Anand. Learned a little bit of CSS here and there, and more importantly, I think more fun stuff is coming through. So yeah, keep tuning in, and more important and fun stuff is coming in, where we are going to go end to end and, you know, connect everything together. And the other thing, I mean, I can probably show. I don't know if you're there, Anand. I don't know if you're still there, by the way. So ChatGPT kind of designed the UI. I'm still here. Kind of designed the UI like this, which I like. So not all of the things. I like how it has the cards and the logos and stuff like that. What I do not like is it has this thing on the left hand side where it's like this. But yes, I'll think of a directory structure where it's a tree, so I can expand how confidence works. I was thinking of that. Honestly, one of the main reasons why I did this thing is because I want to learn how to work efficiently with file uploads, because somebody can come and upload a 5 GB file that might crash your server. So how do you fix it? So that is one thing to learn. The second thing is, of course, this application is not going to be a scalable one where, you know, millions of people are sharing documents and all that. But I can still take certain decisions and implement certain things, thinking that it's going to be that kind of a application, and learn a little bit of more efficient chunk transfer and things like that. And one of the things that I really want to do is have a directory structure and somewhat manage certain data structures. Yes, data structures. I mean, lead code is going to be helpful. So data structures. So I'm going to try and implement some of the data structures where we can efficiently represent the directory as a tree structure on the left nav, on the left sidebar, which means that if I click on something, it expands and it keeps on expanding in the depth. I can click on a certain directory and that becomes active. But most importantly, the reason why I say that data structure is required and for more efficient lookups and all that is because along with the tree, depending on what I click on, it becomes active directory, yes, but my navigation, the URL, and my breadcrumbs will change accordingly, right? So I can click on the breadcrumbs, so immediately another directory, like whatever breadcrumb I click on, the directory becomes active. I can change the URL, so that particular directory becomes active. So I have to specifically, I feel, have to maintain a lot of these state across, and I feel that efficient data structure algorithm is really going to help speed it up. Otherwise, for every time I click on something, I cannot go to the root and come down to that directory and find out what the URL is going to be generated, find out what the breadcrumbs are going to be generated. I have to keep it ready right when I fetch the data. Okay, so that's what the plan. That's where I feel the actual learning is coming. But yeah, I mean, we still had fun doing some CSS and landing page. We'll still have some more fun doing landing page and all of that. Do not take me in that way where this is not important. I feel the design is important. If it doesn't look good, it doesn't sell. Like if I'm gonna create an application and leave it like this, no one's gonna use it unless it's a government website and you have to use it, right? But if I create a SaaS and leave it like this, no one is gonna use it, honestly. So this is also important, but what more fun and learning for me is that, okay, I'm learning things on the back end where I handle things more better, how to handle the data and all of that. And yeah, also on the UI side where I have to maintain some kind of structures to, you know, probably I'll also be using TanStack router is what I'm hearing about, which also does some sort of caching behind the scenes so that, you know, you always, so generally I use a fetch, but let's see, again, let's see. I'll first scaffold the entire project end to end, and then we can come up with all sorts of crazy optimizations of how to do if it's actually serving a million requests per, I don't know, 5 minutes or per hour, something like that, right? Yeah, that's the basic plan. That's the basic plan. And yeah, so tomorrow we'll again come, probably in the morning, we'll come online. I was thinking of learning about transference with just a few means we're planning on doing that easier for yeah, I'm planning to do that, but not right away. It's gonna take some time. So honestly speaking, I could have done the entire thing if I was just not streaming, but streaming, talking and constantly doing this, it first of all takes away a lot of energy. Like after this I feel a lot tired, so sorry for that. I hope it was not that loud. So it takes away a lot of energy and the speed becomes slow. Specifically speaking, you have to be very, very careful on what screens you share and what screen you don't share, where you click. So yeah, that's why I think if you're streaming and doing something, what can be achieved in 1 hour, it kind of goes to 2 hours or something like that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, so see you everyone. Hopefully see you tomorrow. We'll catch up, and tomorrow most likely in the morning I'll do stream. I won't stream in the evening. I will have plans in the evening, I'm pretty sure, because it's weekend, right? So sure, thank you so much everybody who joined. Thank you so much, and hope it was a learning session. It was a good one. Yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.